Hello everyone. As most of the students have requested me for a video on visual reasoning, I have tried to prepare one. Visual reasoning is the most feared type of question for almost all the CET aspirants. I would like to start the session with my thoughts on visual reasoning. There are two types of people who write CET. One who cannot solve visual reasoning and one who thinks can solve visual reasoning. Bottom line is solve दोनों से नहीं होना. Well, jokes apart, I will surely try to prove myself wrong to an extent in this video by solving the questions in an unconventional way. The method that I'll teach here is not 100% correct, but it improves the chances of getting the answer correct. So ideally, if you are getting only 2-3 right out of 10 by making blind guesses, this method can surely help you in getting at least 6-7 right out of 10, and that too without wasting any time. In CET, if the paper is in lines of previous year's paper, you might as well get 30 on 200 questions on visual reasoning. That's 15% of the entire paper. So let's learn this with the help of a few examples. These questions have been shared by our students on our Facebook group. So in this particular question, we have to find out what will come in place of question mark. We have to select one among the 5 options on your right hand side. So if we are going to study the pattern on what exactly is happening on the left hand side, we are actually going to waste time. So what I'll do is I'll just try to study the elements which are present in the answer options. So for that I might not even look at the question. So let's look at the various elements which are present inside the options. So I can see an equal to sign here. 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 I don't see an equal to sign here. So I'll put a cross mark against option number 2. Then let's study some other element. You can see a cross which is there on the bottom left of the figure. So we can see it in figure number 2, we can see it in figure number 4, we can see it in figure number 5. So first and third don't have that option, so I might as well put a cross mark against option number 3rd and option number 1st. Now I'm supposed to select an option between option 4 and option 5. So I can see a circle which is present in 1st as well as 3rd as well as 4th as well as 5th option right in the middle. But again, I am not able to decide which among 4th and 5th will be correct just on the basis of this circle. So I might as well look at some other element, maybe a square which is there at the center left. So you can see this particular square here as well as here as well as here, but it is not in the 5th option. So I'll eliminate option number 5 and my correct answer will be option number 4. Now option number 4 actually happens to be the correct answer for this question. Let us try and understand this with another example. Now how many of you would really like to see a figure like this and then try to decipher what exactly is the pattern? See, it is going to waste huge amount of time. So if you are ideally going to spend somewhere like 2.5-3 minutes on a question like this, remember there are 170 other questions which can be solved in a faster manner against this question. Let's look at the elements which are present inside the box. So I can see a beta here, 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 I can see a beta here. So beta is present in all the 5 options. So I cannot discriminate any of them. Then I see a copyright sign which is present right here, which is not there in any of the other options. So I'll put a cross mark here. Let's try and understand some other elements. I can see a sleeping Y in the first option, in the second one, in the third one, as well as in the 5th one. So I don't have it in the 4th one. So I'll put a cross mark against option number 4. Then I can see something like a double-sided arrow here in the figure 1 as well as here. It's there here as well, it's there here as well. Now 3rd and 4th were automatically out of consideration. It's there in figure 3rd and 4th. It's not there in figure 5th. So I'll put a cross mark against option number 5. Now I'm supposed to select one option between 1st and 2nd one. So I can see a single-sided arrow which is present right here in the 2nd option and is also present in 3 of the other figures, and it's not there in the 1st one. So by this logic I'll put a cross mark against option number 1 and my correct answer will be option number 2, which actually happens to be the correct answer for this question. I'll again repeat, I'm not saying that you are going to get exactly the correct answer every time you solve it in this manner, but ultimately you are improving your chances. Let's try to solve another question. In this particular figure, I can see a kind of C which is present in all the 5 options right there in the middle. So I cannot discriminate with respect to this element. So I'll now search for some other element. I can see a U in the first one, in the second one, in the fourth one. I don't see this particular U at this position in option number 3rd and 5th one. So I'll put a cross mark against these options. I will now look at another element. You can see this particular U which is present in the first option. This type of U is also there in the 3rd option, and it is not there in any of the other 3 options. So I'll put a cross mark against option number 1 because inverted U is present in majority of the options. Now I'm supposed to decide between option number 2 and option number 4. So I can see a C here, I can see a C here, I can see in option number 3rd. I don't see a C in option number 4 and option number 5. So I can see that there are 3 C's present against 2 C's in option number 4 and 5 which are actually inverted. So I'll put a cross mark against option number 4 and I'll say that my correct option is second option. But actually in this question, second option happens to be the wrong one, and the correct option actually happens to be the 4th one. As I have mentioned earlier, you won't get 100% correct answer with this method, but again I'll repeat, you are improving your chances. Let's have one last question for this video. We'll again go to the options directly. I can see an M here, I can see an M in option number 3, I can see an M in option number 5. I don't see an M in option number 2 and in option number 4. So I'll eliminate second option as well as the 4th option. Now let's consider another element. I can see a Y in option number 1, I can see a Y in option number 2, I can see a Y in option number 3. I don't see a Y in option number 4, I don't see it in option number 5 as well. So I'll put a cross mark over here. Now I'm supposed to decide between option number 1 and option number 3rd. Now option 1 and option 3 have 5 elements same. This M, Y, arrow, dollar, W. You can see all of them are same. The only difference is in this elliptical shape which is present in option number 1. It is also present in option number 2 and it is also present in option number 5. In option number 2 and option number 4, the inclination is different. So on that basis, I'll eliminate option number 3 and I'll say my correct answer is option number 1. And option 1 actually happens to be the correct answer here. So basically, I was trying to make you understand that how exactly you can save your time during the actual exam. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you for watching this video.